Hello, good people of Bills Nation. Week 8 of the NFL season is here. Your Bills are 6-1 on the 2022 season, and we are 1 week away from revealing the name of the Bills' new stadium. And speaking of the Bills' new stadium, we need to choose the stadium type. I have been kind of playing with the options. I've been looking at the deluxe stadiums, and I don't think we need to go that route. Honestly, I think if we can just go basic, because I'm a basic bitch, that would be just fine. And I think looking at it, getting the basic futuristic stadium is probably our best option at this point. It'll leave us some room to upgrade if this franchise goes that long. It'll leave us a little bit of wiggle room. Hopefully not break us financially. We'll see. So let's just go our basic futuristic stadium here and begin construction on that. So that'll be fantastic. Week 8 is also the trade deadline, but I don't think I'm going to be making any moves. As you can see there, we're playing the New York Jets, who are not great. We aren't going to look at their roster because we've already done that a couple weeks back. If you missed that video, it's up there somewhere. You can go check it out. But if we look around the NFL at the standings of Week 8, the Browns are in the lead in the AFC North. One game behind them is the Steelers, so very close division there. The Titans are the only undefeated team in the NFL. They are 7-0, making a good push for the Super Bowl. The Jaguars not far behind, continuing their magic from last year when they appeared in the Super Bowl. Of course, in the AFC East, you got your Bills sitting atop the division at 6-1. The rest of the division is struggling to find wins as the Patriots were crushed by the Bills last week. AFC West, that's a pretty good division with the Chiefs on top with a 4-3 record. So Chiefs not doing all that great in this 2022 season. In the NFC North, the Lions are 6-1. So it just must be something with big cats or something, because the Lions are doing really, really well, sitting firmly atop that division at week 8 in the season. The Panthers and the Buccaneers are competing for first place in the NFC South. The Panthers having a 2-game lead out there. The Cowboys and Eagles are competing in the NFC East. The Cowboys sitting atop that division currently, but the Eagles not far behind. And of course, in the NFC West, you have the Cardinals and the Seahawks competing out there, with the Rams not too far behind, though things are going to have to shape up for the Rams if they look to improve on this season. But we are going to head out to New Jersey and MetLife Stadium and face the New York Jets. It's a beautiful afternoon here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's a great day for some AFC East action as the New York Jets are welcoming in your Buffalo Bills for this matchup. The Bills come in rolling, and they look to keep that momentum here at MetLife today, but they will have a newly revamped New York Jets team to deal with. There you see the addition of Rob Gronkowski at the tight end position, as well as some other key additions for this Jets team. But without any further ado, we are off and underway as McKenzie is going to take this, and he'll take a knee to start the game off. So your Bills are going to take over at the 25-yard line, where we will see Josh Allen, a much improved Josh Allen from last year. He's been one of the perennial quarterbacks for the last few seasons, but he is having a career year right now. Allen is going to start off under center. He will hand the ball off to Jacobs. Jacobs is going to try to no avail to power through some defenders. But there you see, last week he got 31 touches and 178 yards plus 2 touchdowns. Major day for Jacobs on the ground last week, and he looks to continue that success right here against these Jets. Allen will drop back on 3rd and 4. He's going to look for and not be able to find Diggs. So that first drive is going to be a 3-and-out for the Bills. They will have to punt the ball away, and their defense, it will have to step up and see if they can return the favor and make the stop. But there you see pressure on Allen, able to knock that pass off course. He wasn't able to find Diggs. Here comes Zach Wilson. 1,700 yards on the season, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So pretty good numbers there for Wilson on the campaign so far. He will start out of the gun. Jones on his right side. Wilson will drop back, and he will go down quickly, as that is Matt Milano rushing in for the sack. Call it a loss of 7 on the play. Not what you want to start a drive. Milano really coming in unblocked as he takes Wilson down, and if that is any indication of what Wilson is in for, he will have a long, long day under center. It is 3rd and 8 now. Wilson's going to be out of the gun. He will drop back. He will find, that will be Ronald Jones, the new running back. They signed him this offseason. That is a 10-yard reception and good for a Jets first down. So New York moving the chains here on their first possession, something that Buffalo could not say. Wilson had a clean pocket there, was able to check it down to Jones for a nice 10-yard gain before he is stopped by White there. So good pass by Wilson. They are driving 2nd and 3. Wilson's going to try to roll out. He will escape Seymour, and that play will be deflected, knocked away by White, as it is now 3rd and 8, ball at the 22. Wilson does find Gronkowski, but it will be short on 3rd down, bringing up 4th and 3, ball in the red zone. Jets have it at the 17-yard line. You got to think that they are going to be bringing out the kick unit here on 4th down. Gronk needed 8 there. He was only able to get about 5 before being brought down, but they will not bring the kick unit out. Instead, they're going to hand this off to the fullback, and he is going to be stuffed. That is Stevenson. Needed 3, only gets 2, so great defensive stand there by the Bills is going to put the Bills in pretty decent position to move this ball. But there you see Drew Edwards out for the rest of the game. He will be missed so far. We will see what happens there as Jacobs goes nowhere on 1st down. But Allen does have these Bills moving. It is 3rd and 5 from the 20 as he looks for and finds Davis. Davis going down the sideline, and he gets a big gain, and there is laundry on the field, and that is a personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the Jets. They will call that a late hit out of bounds by Bryce Hall. The Bills now 3rd and 7, ball at the 26. Allen out of the gun. He is going to roll to his left, looking deep, looking, and he's going to go for Diggs. Diggs has the catch, and there's a flag on the field. They're going to call Diggs down at the 1, and they will have a roughing the passer penalty on the Jets. That'll be Fudakasi with the roughing the passer penalty on this Jets defense. So 2 big penalties now as Jacobs is going to get the ball, and he's just going to take it around the edge for the touchdown. But the story of that drive is the 2 personal foul calls against the Jets defense. First, you had the late hit by Bryce Hall out of bounds, and then you had the roughing the passer penalty that puts these Bills in scoring position. And there you see Jacobs getting yet another touchdown on this season. So if you are the Jets, you got to clean up those penalties. You cannot win ball games that way. And it's going to be up to Zach Wilson to move this ball downfield and see if he can't keep the Jets in this ball game. You're only down by a touchdown, but if you're oh, and that is an interception by Tre'Davious White. So the mistakes continue to mount for New York as White jumps the pass and gets the interception. So here comes the Bills offense led by Josh Jacobs so far, as they look to add to this lead now. Again, 3 big mistakes for the Jets. Jacobs gets this ball, gets only about 1. First and goal now, ball at the 9. As Allen has Jacobs off to his right, making some changes at the line. And he will find Jacobs for the passing touchdown. So Jacobs with 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 in the air so far today. So he's ran in and caught one. Clean pocket for Allen on that play. Has these Bills up early by 2 scores. And hopefully, if you are the Jets, those mistakes don't continue to mount, as you now need everything to go right from this point forward. As there goes Jones. Jones with a big run. He will get the big first down. They're going to call it 14 on that rush by Jones. They loved adding him from Tampa Bay in the offseason. Wilson has this ball moving, ball at the 32. He's going to go down. That is Milano with the sack. That'll be sack number 2 for Matt Milano on the day, as he just blasts through a lane untouched. Jones not quick enough on the block, as his young quarterback hits the turf and hits it hard for the second time here today, and that will end quarter number 1, as your Bills are up by 14 here in New Jersey. But Wilson and the Jets are moving. Ball at the 36. Second 15. Play action. And Wilson is going to attempt to take off. He'll get a few, but not before he is taken down by Harrison Phillips. He will get about 2 on that play, and that will lead to a big field goal attempt here, attempting to put the Jets on the board. It is up and good. So Jets now chipping into this lead after that field goal by Bush. Makes it 14-3 Buffalo here in New Jersey, as Allen is going to attempt to repeat the success of these last 2 drives. He will start offset formation. He's going to look for Diggs and not be able to find Diggs on that exchange. So that'll lead us to a 2nd and 10 for the Bills, as this time Jacobs had a lane but decided to try to force his way through his 2 blockers there. Nothing doing. And those 2 stalled plays will lead to a punt for Buffalo, as Wilson is going to attempt to put more points on the field, or on the board rather, and continue to chip away at this lead, as Jones finds the edge in. He's going to take it. He's going to get a first down and more. There he goes. He is off to the races. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, and they will not catch him, as Jones gets a 75-yard gash on this Bills defense for the touchdown. So all of a sudden, in a game where it looked like Buffalo had all the momentum, the Jets have cut the lead now down to 4 with that huge score. As there you see, he faked out a couple defenders and just went the rest of the way, and they couldn't catch up. So now, if you are this high-powered Bills offense, you're going to be looking to answer right back with some big plays of your own, and hope that these mistakes that the Jets have been making today continue to mount. As Jacobs, he finds a lane, and there he goes. Not the 75-yard rush, but that would be a 17-yard gash for Jacobs on that play. McDermott loving what he sees, moving the chains as Jacobs finds the lane, makes a defender miss, breaks about 2 tackles there before finally being brought down in the secondary. So now Buffalo has it moving. It is 1st and 10, ball at the 14, offset pistol formation, as Allen, he's going to drop back. He is going to find Juju, who just kind of sits and is able to make a good clean catch, moving the ball up to the 6. So nice catch there by Juju to put the Bills in striking distance. And here comes Jacobs out of the backfield, rolls over a defender, in for the touchdown. Jacobs would not be denied. That is his second receiving touchdown on the day, and he was not going to let anybody stop him right there. Holy cow. He absolutely levels. I believe that was Josie Jewell that was on the receiving end of just that wrecking ball play. Excuse you, get out of my lane, says Josh Jacobs. As there you see Ronald Jones, his season numbers, 600 yards almost on the year for him. 74 of that coming on one play last drive, but not quite the 74-yard gash there, but Drew Seymour is down, so we will keep an eye on that. Seymour looking to be favoring his foot on that last play, so we will keep you posted as soon as we have an update. In the meantime, Wilson out of the gun, Jones off to the right. Clean pocket for Wilson. Wilson, for some reason, is going to roll out, and he will be hit by A.J. Epinesa. Epinesa is going to get the sack. That'll be sack number 3. I don't know what Wilson was feeling there. He had a pretty clean pocket and decides to take it out to the left and just runs right into the waiting arms of Epinesa. I don't know if he thought Phillips was coming quicker than he was. He had a good couple seconds still before he would have taken the sack from Phillips. So I'm not sure what Wilson was seeing there. There you see that big play from Jacobs earlier, just bulldozing and bullying Josie Jewell for his 3rd touchdown so far today. And here's Jacobs again. Jacobs makes one defender miss. He's going to make another defender miss, and there he goes. He's off to the races. He's at the 20, the 10. They're going to attempt to bring him down and finally do at about the 1-yard line. Look at how many defenders that Jacobs makes miss. We'll see if they show us here. There's one right there at the end. They're not going to show the full play. He made at least 3 defenders miss on that 60-yard gash. Puts the Bills in scoring position yet again. Allen's going to drop back. He's going to look for May, and he is going to find the Texas A&M tight end for the touchdown. He's been a really good depth addition at the tight end spot for Buffalo so far this season. Nice second option after Dawson Knox. I know that the Bills are loving what they have going at that spot. So look for May to have a big career here in Buffalo. I think they are wanting him here for as long as humanly possible. What that means for Knox, not sure. But in the meantime, Wilson is going to drop back. He's going to look for, and he is going to find his receiver for the first down, as it is now 1st and 10 from the 49. And there is a big strike. Call it 49 yards. And that will be more that gets the touchdown for New York. So that makes it 28-17 as that secondary of Buffalo was just broken on that 49-yard strike. No pass rush. Nobody was with Moore on that. And Moore has a wide open path to the end zone for the touchdown. Here come the Bills yet again today. There you see the numbers for Josh Jacobs. 103 yards on the ground, only 11 in the air, but he does have those 2 receiving touchdowns as well as a touchdown on the ground. As there's Jacobs again, makes a defender miss, and he is going to get back to the line, and that's about it really on that screen is what Jacobs is able to get, as Allen is again going to look deep and find Davis for a big strike there. Davis, 29 yards on that reception, and that is going to put the Bills in a position for a field goal here to end the half. So Tyler Bass adds 3 just before halftime here at MetLife Stadium, and it doesn't look like much on the scoreboard. It's 31-17, but it's really been all Buffalo here today from the looks of things, and the Jets have really shot themselves in the foot. But if we head on down to Miami, the Bears are beating the Dolphins by 2 as Justin Fields has a touchdown in that game. Tua trying to make it a game with 2 touchdowns there. Heading on out to Kansas City, where the Chiefs have a halftime lead over the Houston Texans, 17-6. Patrick Mahomes with almost 200 yards on the day so far in that one. Meanwhile, out in Pittsburgh, it is Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns, 1 touchdown ahead of Marcus Mariota and his Pittsburgh Steelers by a score of 14-7 in that one. But we are underway here in the second half as your Bills take a commanding lead into the second half, 31-17. But the yardage has been all Buffalo. Buffalo has dominated both sides of the ball, really. There's been 2 big strikes from this Jets offense, and that has been about it. You had the 49-yard TD to Moore, and then the 74-yard gash by Jones, and that's really been most of the story here today for this Jets offense. Not much else doing, as there you see, that is a 8-yard run by Carter there to start the second half for New York. Wilson goes down, as that is Edmonds. So that's sack number 4 for Buffalo, as Edmonds gets the sack, takes down Wilson. And again, this offensive line of the Jets really just leaving these Buffalo defenders untouched here today, as he had a clean path to Wilson. Wilson had no time to get rid of that ball, so he just has to go down for the sack. Wilson now out of the gun, hoping to buy himself a little more time. He will find Jones out of the backfield. Jones is going to get the first on this before he's finally taken down by a combination of Micah Hyde and Tre'Davious White. They're going to call that about a 23-ish yard reception for Jones on that play. In the meantime, we have gotten word that Drew Seymour is going to miss the rest of this game. He's got a case of turf toe, so we'll see how that impacts him moving. In the meantime, it's 1st and 10, ball at the 27 as it's play action. Wilson is going to go right into Lorenzo Carter for the sack, so call that sack number 5 for the Bills defense, as they have been just giving Wilson fits all day long. And this one, the pressure was coming from pretty much everywhere, so Wilson, pretty much a deer in the headlights, not sure what way to go, and he finally ends up going down by Carter. Bush now out for a long field goal, and that is going to fall short. It is no good. Bush doesn't quite have the leg to hit that one, as these Bills are going to keep their 31-17 lead that they have so far. Frustration beginning to build on the New York sideline, as there you see almost 1,000 yards on the season already for Josh Jacobs. Great addition in the offseason for these Bills. Ball at about midfield, and there is Jacobs. He gets tripped up by his own lineman on that one. Looked like he had all the room in the world to run there. Nothing doing. It's 3rd and 9 here, as Allen is going to find Knox. Knox breaks the tackle, gets the first, and is pushed out of bounds. Ball now at the 7. Good play to Knox. That'll put the Bills at 200 passing yards on the day. Just reception number 1 for Knox so far. He's had a pretty quiet afternoon up to this point, but he does move the chains on that one. Nice 11-yard pickup for Dawson Knox and for this Bills offense. That will end the third quarter. 31-17 your score still. Nobody gets on the board in that third quarter. It is fourth quarter now here in New York.
It's 4th and goal to start the fourth quarter as they're going to hand this ball off to Jacobs. Jacobs looking to find the corner of the end zone. He will not get there. They are going to call him a foot short of the end zone. So Zach Wilson and these Jets are going to take over at about their own foot line as they are going to look to give this ball off, and that will be a safety. So the gamble doesn't pay off for the New York Jets. They looked to run the ball out of the end zone, and instead Stevenson goes down as Tre'Davious White picks up the safety. Bills will get 2 points, making it 33-17, and they get the ball. Allen looking for, I believe he was looking for Juju on that play, not able to find him. But nonetheless, the Bills are driving. Allen's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look for and find big Troy Sheffield as the ball gets out to about the 7. That is Sheffield's first reception on the day. Going to put these Bills within striking distance, and if they score here, you got to believe that that will be the ball game, as they have a commanding lead here over the Jets here this afternoon. It is 4th and goal yet again as Jacobs gets the ball, and this time he's going to power his way in for his 4th touchdown of the day. He's got 2 on the ground, 2 through the air, and that will put the nail in the coffin of the New York Jets as it is now 40-17 Buffalo after Bass drills the extra point. So that is your ball game, although the Jets do score one more time here at the end of the game. Your final score is Buffalo everything, Jets pretty much nothing, as this game was all Buffalo offense and all Buffalo defense. Jacobs gave the Jets defense fits. The pass rush of Buffalo gave Wilson fits all afternoon long. Final score 40-25 is what we have here in New York. It's been a great day to be a Bills fan. We remind you that if you have not subscribed to Snyderman Inc. or Snyderman Broadcasting, please do so. We appreciate all of your support. Hit a like on this broadcast and share Snyderman Inc. and Broadcasting with your friends. In the meantime, it is the bye week next week, so we will be back for week 10 of the NFL. Be good, Bills Nation, and we'll see ya.